Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Hey,
You press record.
I've got to press record.
I was boogieing along to that music.
Boogieing along. It's good to be back.
It is.
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
It feels like forever.
All right. Can we just get a thumbs up that everyone can hear us? From anybody would be great, just to make sure that we're not talking to ourselves.
It says it's working. Don't you trust the tech, Deb?
No.
No?
No.
No? Don't trust the tech?
It's always just nice to get confirmation that we're
got a thumbs up from Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
All right, Deb, let's get into some hellos to begin with. So we've got Janice is here tonight. So yes.
Hey, Janice.
Hello, hello. I am sure it is very chilly down there in Bendigo at the moment.
Oh yeah, because I mean it's slightly chilly here in Brisbane, so I can only imagine down south is just worse.
Yeah, actually, well, what is it? Let's check our little home weather station here and see what the.
I mean, it's not. Look, we're Queenslanders, so it doesn't get cold like down south does.
No,
but it's cold for us.
Well, it's currently 16 degrees.
It's actually not that bad.
It's 16 degrees. So, I mean, it's cold for us Queenslanders, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, and who else have we got tonight? We've got Amy's here.
Hey.
Hello.
Yes, look who's back.
Yes.
Back in town.
We are. And we're going to be back in town for a little while now.
Yeah, it's actually really nice to be back, to be honest.
And not be rushing off for a weekend somewhere or anything.
As much as we love traveling, it's actually been really nice. But we'll get more into that one.
Still lots going on though. We've got Joanne is here as well. So g'day Joe. And we've got Cruising with with Frankie. Hey Fran, how are you? Name change or two, but you're back. Good to see.
I'm intrigued about what that.
Yeah, we'll have to track that through.
How many name changes that you've had?
And we've got Patrick is on the line. Good to see you again, mate. And Alison is here as well. Hello. Good to see you.
Oh, Patrick, I'm just going to get back to Patrick. I just sent you a message actually because you'd made a comment about our cruise that we had just put up being our last P&O, being the last of the 10 and 10, but it's actually nowhere near the last of the 10 and 10. We have a bunch more. We are behind on editing and getting up, so there's plenty more still to come.
You could learn to edit and share the load.
No.
You just enjoy being the on-screen talent, right?
I don't know about talent.
So, yes, and yes, hello, Alison.
Hey.
We've got Mike and Darlene are here. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Have a bit going on, but you'll be listening in, so that's cool.
I hope nothing too much is going on for you at the moment. I know some of the health issues that you've had, so I hope everything is not so bad at the moment.
Yes, definitely. And we've got Sharon from the Cruising Tea Ladies.
I love that.
Love your stuff on Instagram. Very cool. So everyone that's watching, make sure you go and check that out if you haven't already. We've got our good friends Rob and Ali online. Hello. And Linda is here. Linda made it.
Hey.
So we gave her a bit of a break. She's got the time program now. Hello, Linda.
Well done, Linda. Well done.
Cruise Craze fam.
Hey, Amy.
Hello, Amy. Now, I am going to, in the chat at the end of this live stream, I'm going to be sharing a link with you guys because Amy has a live stream coming up herself this Friday night at 7 p.m. So I would have thought Amy would have been out, burning up the dance floors on a Friday night. But no, she's not. She is actually going to be revealing her new home recording studio where it's her editing space, it's her recording space.
Exciting.
We've been fortunate enough to get some preview clips and pictures of the progress as she's been building this out over the last few weeks.
And even some people who have joined our lives when Amy's been sitting with the paint
behind her, different paint samples. Yeah. So be sure to check that out on Friday night. And as I said, I'll put a link in the description to this video and also in the live chat at the end. So Yeah, we've got Rowan and Noni are here. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. Like, Rowan and Noni, just a shout out to you guys because you're like,
messaging us last
Noni
week.
was just saying like Rowan was having withdrawal symptoms about not having lives. So
we
welcome.
are here. We are back. Wendy, hello.
Hey, Wendy.
And our other good friends, the BG Travelers, are here.
Hey, Chris and Janelle. Nice to see you guys.
Yes, indeed. Actually, we're overdue for a catch-up. We do need to head out to that side of town. So, go and catch up. Cross the border. Go across. Get the passports out to cross the Brisbane River to the south side.
No, well, they're west.
They're still south of the river. And then we've got the 360 billion pest guys here again. Good to see.
Hey, guys. Nice to see you back.
And Linda C. Dazza. Desley. Alex, we got plenty of people here tonight. This is a party, guys. It's great to have so many of you here. Wow. All right. So let's get into it. Let's see, we've got Nate here too.
Hey,
and
Nate.
Anita. And that's that. And I think we can start getting into some things. So
all right.
Let's do a quick rundown of where we've been and what's been going on the last few weeks.
All right. So I think we haven't been cruising that we spoke to everybody that we were heading on our trip to Bali.
We were.
Yeah. So I did a week. Matt did 2 weeks in Bali.
Yes.
It was fabulous. Like, we went for a 20th wedding anniversary renewal.
For our friends.
For our best mates. So it was absolutely fabulous. It was chaotic and busy.
Yes.
Especially that first week. I'm actually jealous that Matt stayed on for another week and had that little bit more of a downtime because it was go. But it was absolutely fabulous. And it may be a little while until we get that series up because we're a little bit behind. As I said earlier with the comment to Patrick that we still have a few cruises to put up first.
Quite a few.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind. So apologies on that. Work has been pretty insane lately, but Bali was absolutely amazing. And I'm actually really keen to know, have any of you traveled to Bali, or is there any questions that you've got in regards to Bali? Because we do get so many people that say, I'm not going to Bali because I'll get Bali belly, or there's so many bad comments and stories about Bali. So really more than happy to jump in because, you've been over 30 times.
Well, that was the thing, right? This was sort of, I think I worked it out while I was there. This, not only that week, that week we were there was actually the 20th anniversary of my first trip to Bali, as well as being trip number 30. So,
yes.
that's with a significant slowdown in going in the last couple of years. So yeah, we did things different to what I've done traditionally too. So, where I would normally base myself with my Bali family and kind of live at the family guest house and everything, we did a lot more hotel visits and stays and moving around, trying different things, partly inspired by questions that we get from a lot of you, and partly just to try something different. But the thing that really shocked me was, and I kept commenting on it, and I keep commenting on it, is the change in Sanur.
Oh my gosh, I fell in love with Sanur. So I hadn't actually been to Sanur properly until this trip. But wow. No, I was absolutely floored. And I think we might change some of our travels a little bit when we go to Bali in the future because there's some new little gems that we're finding.
Yeah, look, it was great. And again, we stayed in everything from hotels to guest houses. So we'll have all the reviews of those sorts of things. I stayed in a resort as well as part of my stay. So we covered a range of budgets in terms of the different accommodation that we were staying in. So you'll get a really good insight into all that when it does come out. Cruising with Frankie says they're off to Bali in August, not on a cruise, but then also doing a Singapore cruise in February 26th. So they're even more excited for that. Yeah, totally.
Wow, both.
Yeah,
both hands down exciting.
Yeah, and August is a good time of year. my favorite time of year, really, or favorite months of the year for Bali are May and August. I love going at those times of the year. I think
it was still bloody hot.
But yeah, you kind of lose the humidity a little bit at this time of year.
A little bit. Like I was still literally sitting in places with like sweat dripping off me.
Some days, yeah, it does happen. BG Travelers ask, has it fully recovered since COVID? No, it hasn't.
It is certainly improving, and we do hear about that, but we're actually hearing more about the changes in where the tourists are going. So it used to be like Kuta was like a massive place for tourists, back before COVID. And now we're seeing tourists move to other parts.
Yeah, so I think that's probably a really key point. Tourism numbers are actually back up there, but overall, but it's where they're going to now, and they're going to these newer places, or these more recently developed places like Canggu, spending more time in Ubud. More and more people are actually starting to go up to Singaraja and Ahmed Chenadasa, places like that. But yeah, I had an absolute ball. I went snorkeling, so there was a short short video that we put up just the other day as a bit of a teaser. I went snorkeling out at a place called Padang Bai, which is one of the locations where a lot of the ferries and boats run back and forward to between the island of Bali and the islands of Lembongan and Nusa Penida and the Gili Islands. And like the snorkeling was just phenomenal. Even on an overcast day, I hadn't had the best time snorkeling. I really
this was
enjoyed
after I came home.
Yes. You may, yes.
Yeah, the best time
after
after I came home.
Best time snorkeling. So yeah, no, but it was really good. So look, yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. Some places have recovered afterwards and some haven't. So Cruising with Frankie says, have not even been on a cruise yet. Well, you'll love it when you get there. And if you need any advice, there's a great community of cruise content creators here in Australia. There's obviously us, Rob and Al, Cruise Craze Fam, Bag Drop, Adrian,
Ducks,
down on the cruises.
Like, there's so many.
So yeah, be sure to check us all out and ask questions as well.
Yeah, just to note on that, it's a bit of a sidebar completely, but this cruise content creators in Australia, we actually are all joined in supporting each other. So just as a bit of an FYI, we actually all talk very regularly. So it's not competition. We literally just support each other.
That old saying, "A rising tide lifts all ships," is really quite befitting of the community of cruise content creators we have.
Yeah.
Lazelle's here as well.
Hey, Lizelle.
BG Travelers say they always stay at Nusa Dua and Ubud. Looking forward to checking out for Sanur for sure. Definitely. Like 20 years ago, you did not go to Sanur unless you were transferring over to one of the islands, or you were a seedy gentleman looking for the red light district.
This is a comment that he made so many times when we were in Sanur.
You just wouldn't go there. You just didn't. And now, like, it's beautiful. There's so many services there. It's been built up. It's great. Yeah, really enjoyed that out there. So we'll have plenty of videos to come on that. Nate says that can't wait to get on Carnival Adventure post dry dock for the Singapore to Melbourne. Yes, and don't forget there is also some cruises directly out of Singapore around Asia first. There's, I think, 2 itineraries before it actually does come home. So Dazza mentions that he likes Guy's Burgers on Carnival. So yep, look,
yes,
I think
don't disagree.
It's it will be interesting to see. You're right there.
I'm so sorry.
You're right.
I've actually been sick this last week.
Yeah, Deb actually spent 3 days in bed last week, so
very unlike me. So I've just got this reoccurring cough. So Apologies.
Do you want to just like?
Excuse me.
Off you go. I don't need to hear you coughing.
No, I know, right? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So, Guys Burgers, look, it'll be really interesting. Really, am hoping that that Guys Burgers concept does transfer over to Adventure and Encounter. I'm pretty sure it will, but we'll know more about that, Nate, when Encounter goes for her dry dock in February 26. So Correct. It's going to do dry dock next year, the year before you do your cruise. Dazza says, need more cruises.
I'm so sorry.
Need more cruises.
The more I speak, the more I cough. I'm so sorry.
I'll just mute you for a minute. You just go over there for a moment, have a drink.
The more I talk, the more I cough.
You want me to? I'll mute you.
I'll
unmute you.
Unmute you.
I think, Dazza says need more cruises to Bali. Dazza, I have a view on that because we know that the people in Western Australia, Fremantle, are really missing out on cruising. And I actually think that there is the potential to be able to run itineraries on the west coast of Australia, to be honest, that you do a Fremantle, come up into your more central coast parts of the Western Australian coast, and and then sort of skip along to Bali. Maybe they go up to Singapore, maybe they don't, but you could do 7-day itineraries, or you could do 14-day itineraries. People could get on and off at either end. I think it'd be a great thing. Who knows? It may happen one day. We just don't know. Yeah, that's a good idea. Have one of those.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
I'll just mute her mic for a moment. Okay, and hopefully she doesn't drop dead on me while we're in the middle of the live stream. Shouldn't laugh. But oh well. Rob and Al say all for one and one for all. This is very true. Yes, we do work very well together. Thanks, Rob. And you and Al are a big part of that sort of leadership and bringing people together. So thank you. What are your Christmas New Year's plans regarding cruising? We're thinking of Island Hopper again, Encounter or Royal for the new ship. Michael, yes, we are booked. We are going to be, along with Rob and Al, as well, we will be on the Voyager, Royal Caribbeans Voyager of the Seas for New Year's. So looking forward to testing that out, and that will be one season that it is here for, and then Quantum comes back, so that's very exciting. But yeah, Voyager will be great, and Rob and Al mentioned that. So. And that's a lovely comment. We're very different with and more interactive with our viewers. Others not so much. Look, that happens. We are just us. We love chatting with people.
Absolutely. Like sitting here coughing and spluttering and carrying on, and
it's not very,
you guys all put up with me.
It's not very professional. What are you doing? This is supposed to be a professional, polished operation.
No, we're not professional at all.
Professional, polished operation. What are you doing?
No. There is no professional about us. No, we're just us. So you put up with the coughing and the sickness and the
spluttering.
Whatever. I mean, and leading into the next video, you were actually going to see a little bit more of a vulnerable side.
Yeah, you're going to see. Stay tuned. We will kick off the new series later this week, and it's going to be an interesting one. Patrick asks, "Do you enjoy seeing? Enjoy seeing you in each other's videos and being mentioned?" Yeah, Patrick, you know what? We love it. Like, we love there was a video we edited and had go up a week or so ago, one of the last P&O cruise videos that we did from that series. And we're here we are, Deb and I are walking along chatting, and the next minute, I hadn't even realized while I was editing, wasn't until I actually watched the video on the big screen, here's Rob coming up behind us and having a bit of a tease and pulling a couple of faces. So we love it. We all love having fun together.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna go back up to Anita and go. Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Anita. Yes, I've literally just popped a soother to stop me from coughing. Thank you.
Yes, and a few hints here. Tea and honey with lemon. Yes, we'll might have to get you onto that.
I actually feel fine. It's just literally this lingering cough
Yeah, and Amy mentions that here too. And Linda, sends her sympathies. Now,
thanks everyone.
Let's jump ahead. Rowan mentions some news. We've booked Quantum for Melbourne Cup week next year.
Very cool.
Wow. And doing Anthem for the anniversary in March, for doing the Hobart Cruise. Well, doing the Hobart Cruise, you're going to love the next series, because the next series that we are about to start dropping is a Hobart Cruise. So
100%.
Yeah, you'll love that. And Quantum is doing a Melbourne Cup. Oh, we booked Quantum for Melbourne Cup week. Where's it going?
Year.
Yeah, where's it going?
Melbourne
No,
Cup.
no, it's
going
for Melbourne Cup week. It wouldn't get down.
I could only assume that. No.
Let us know, Rowan. Let us know, where is it actually going to? Are you just taking off Melbourne Cup week and going somewhere, or are you going back to Melbourne? Because it wouldn't really make sense for them to go all the way back to Melbourne from Brisbane.
Maybe they do the Melbourne Cup cruises every year.
No, that was P&O.
Anyway, Rowan, you let us know.
Let us know, Rowan.
What is Seniga?
Oh, it's like a herby vegetable root thing.
Tastes like shite. Don't know if I want it.
Easy travellers agree. Fremantle would be great because it's good for getting to Asia. Yeah, I mean, imagine the itineraries, 10 to 14 day itineraries just back and forward, where you could, from Singapore to Fremantle, and a cruise operator operating in a way similar to Princess, where you can do your bigger cruises, but you can pick up smaller segments in between. No, that would be just phenomenal. I'd love to see something like that. Linda mentions that she saw that video of Rob Conant behind us.
Cheeky Rob.
Rowan says it's Melbourne Cup week and it's going to Port Vila and Mystery Island. Sorry to confuse. Yeah, there we go. See?
Apologies.
Told you.
Whatever.
No, Joe, you have not missed anything, really, just some banter.
No, he said I've missed you.
Oh, you missed us. I have missed us. Oh, thanks, Joe.
You're coughing.
Now I'm coughing. Alrighty, so
I love there's a comment about need a cruise to stop the cough.
I tell you what, we both had a bit of a cough actually starting to develop before we left for Bali, and we got to Bali, and with less processed foods and cleaner environment and air.
I got back home and I started coughing again,
and then
I got
really sick.
A virus, and not corona.
Oh, look at this. Cruise fam is saying we all need to come to Melbourne.
No, you need to come to Brisbane.
Well, I was just going to say stay tuned.
Oh.
I'm just going to say that, Amy.
Use that.
Amy, I'm just going to say that, all right? I'll just say stay tuned. Everyone, Melbourne, stay tuned. But we're not doing it in winter, Amy. I'll just tell everyone that much. But stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned. All right. So let's talk about something exciting first. Now, I've just got to get my little thingy up here. Let me click some buttons. Because while we were away... Oh, hang on. Lost my screen. You don't want to see yourselves? There we go. So while we were away, something big was announced. And this is super exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited?
So we actually announced this.
Well, yeah. So
back in
last year,
March 2024.
April. Yeah, the Easter cruise. Easter cruise 2024. We were on board and we were in Port Vila, and we were talking to staff who literally had been to Lelepa that day. They'd been over inspecting, planning, looking at options, and we actually copped from some people a little bit of criticism. People were like, no, it's not going to happen. You're giving false hope. It's not confirmed. And I'm like, well, we've been told that it's, not publicly announced, but it's confirmed internally.
And then we announced that in a video, and then we announced in another video when we had confirmation from a ship's director.
Yes.
Staff member.
A staff member.
Excuse me. That this was going ahead. And look, we have copped a bit of backlash that we didn't know what we were talking about. But it's really nice to see that we actually did.
Yep. So this is super exciting. Lelepa is coming in 2027. So let's just run through what it is and what it's not. And firstly, what it's not. It's not a Coco Cay.
No, it's not.
It's not a perfect day concept. Like they've got their new island at Cozumel opening soon. They've got perfect day at Coco Cay. It's not that. It is more of, and we were told this last year, more of the beach club type resort.
But it's taking in the natural landscape of the place and utilizing that. It's not adding adding an aqua park or anything like that.
Have another soother.
I've still got one.
Wow. Yeah, so there's no big aqua parks or anything like that, but it's
taking in the natural scenery.
Yeah, it's
and activities.
Yeah, and so what you're going to end up with here, really, I think, is a more a more curated version of Mystery Island. All right, so and I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction here, but I'll do that in a minute. We'll go through.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
We'll go through the website and what it actually says first. So first of all, if you want to keep up to date, make sure you do jump over to the Royal Caribbean website and join the wait list. So they've got a thing there. You can whack your email address in, and you'll get the direct updates when they announce the itineraries, so you can get on and do the cruises. So this will be the first private cruise destination in the Southern Hemisphere, which is very exciting, and they highlight that. Then they come down, they've got a couple of options trying to sell you some cruises already, even though they don't go to Lelepa just yet. So where is Lelepa?
I think I'm just going to, sorry, I've just seen that Rowan's comment. This is something we wanted to talk about as well.
Yeah, let's get to that in just a moment. So the thing is, before we get to will there be all year round cruising, I see Linda's saying that looks beautiful. She's also asking about the year round cruising. So yeah, like I think two things are going to happen with Lelepa, and I could be wrong on both of them. But I think you got to look at Lelepa in the context of what's going to happen with Mystery Island. Firstly, I don't think that Mystery Island long term will remain as a stop for Royal Caribbean. And I think this will take its place.
That would be sad because I love Mystery Island.
I love Mystery Island too, but what I think is you're going to have two very similar offerings, but one is much more curated, being this one here at Lelepa. And I don't think, I think with the amount of investment that Carnival have made at Mystery Island, so a lot of that infrastructure that's starting to go in that we've seen over the last 18 months, 2 years, the addition of the huts, the new sort of dining and restaurant, like that main one when you first come in there up sort of to the left, that's a lot of that's come from Carnival money. And I think Carnival, Carnival started dropping that money as soon as when you go back to sort of 2018, 2019, when Lelepa was first touted by Royal, that's when that money started dropping by Carnival into Mystery Island. So I don't think Mystery Island will stay. That's my prediction. It won't stay for Royal Caribbean. It will get tied up by Carnival. So I think I think you'll see itineraries that either start going from here and then going up to Luganville,
Mm-hmm.
like they're going to be sampling a bit this coming season and have done since the earthquake. And you'll get sort of maybe you might get overnight itineraries now in Port Vila. So those overnight itineraries might come back as well. So you'll be able to tender between Lelepa and Port Vila itself. Or be able to do day trips. So I think, that's what will happen. Now, let's get to the really big thing though. Do we think all year round? Now, my understanding as well is that there's something I think I've read somewhere, and I couldn't find the article rushing back today, back home to get ready for this.
She literally walked in like 10 minutes before
the live stream. Had a work function to be at tonight that I was at. But I think there's like it's either a 50 or a 75-year agreement that they have with the local chiefs and the locals on the island at Lelepa. I think it was 75.
Yeah.
And so in terms of amortizing the costs, they've got a long period to do it over, but I think they have to have year-round cruising, which I think is a great thing.
100%.
I can't see them having Lelepa and having this infrastructure and having it as a private destination within the South Pacific and not having year-round cruising. I do think that you'll see celebrity visiting here. And I do think Silver Seas will also Silver Seas? Yes, Silver Seas, isn't it?
Oh,
there are other. So you'll see this will, I think, because of the nature of what it is, not a perfect day. It's not big and bold colors and tacky. I think this will be a Royal Caribbean group facility.
All right. I'll just go down into,
excuse me. Yeah, Noni, they did, but it's nowhere near the commitment, the funding that Carnival have put into Mystery Island. And I think that was a necessity thing at the time to be able to get ships into the island. There was no other way. So they would have lost a significant part of their itinerary otherwise. And it was a bit of a make nice thing post-COVID as well. So, yeah. What else have we got?
All right.
Is the weather good across all year round?
Look, you've always going to have your cyclone seasons and be prepared for that, because between pretty much, I'm going to put it back to like November and March is cyclone season. But we've also seen cyclones out of that. So look, weather-wise, expect the islands to be hot generally all year round.
Yeah, look.
Apart from, obviously, weather events that are going to happen.
Dazza, what I would say is, and it's not always a popular decision, but the South Pacific Islands from Australia, it's quite a big crossing, a big and wide crossing distance. So when there is a cyclone potentially threatening the South Pacific Islands and your cruisers leaving Australia, there are a number of diversion options. So from Brisbane, you could easily end up cruising to Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, or going up through the Whitsundays to Cairns. Sydney cruisers have diverted to New Zealand instead before, or come up, to the Whitsundays via Brisbane, or down to Melbourne and Adelaide and Hobart. So there's a number of diversion options when it comes to the cyclone season, if required.
I've certainly seen things change. So I've actually been in 2 cruises in cyclones. And this was back in 2016, I think it might have been. And I was in almost back-to-back cyclone cruises. Like, I almost put that thing on me that don't come on board a cruise with me because you're going to go through a cyclone. But I've noticed so many changes. While on those cruises, the ship's captain decided to try and, get us closer to the shoreline as possible, we still went through a lot. But we literally just did Alfred, as you've probably seen in our last video. We did do Cyclone Alfred coming in. But again, that was actually nowhere near as bad as the ones that I've done previously, where literally we've got the ship going down and the waves coming over the ship and all decks closed. So we were in Alfred and the decks weren't closed. The pools were closed. And I think at portions of time, maybe the upper decks were closed, but the other ones weren't. So maybe things have changed with how the ships navigate them.
Bigger and navigate them.
Yeah, maybe.
True. Alex says they should put an Infinity or Oasis pool at Lelepa to make it perfect. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll be curious to see. I mean, there's not one on Mystery Island, right? You just get in the water at the beach. But
always love a good infinity pool, though.
Yeah. So, but I thought there was, potential for one in some concepts, but I think that was the early concepts. So,
okay.
The previous ones. What else have we got? Short and Sweet Life says it was nice to meet Rob and Ali on Splendor. Yes, they were on Splendor a couple of weeks ago. They had rough seas. Right. Well, it seems to be a thing. Maybe it's a thing with Rob and Ali going out of Sydney and rough seas. Maybe
they weren't on my cruises back in 2016.
No, but they were on Adventure when we were down there in July last year.
So we're just going to blame Rob and Al?
We'll just blame Rob and Al.
Love you guys.
Noni makes a good point. April to October is generally the safest time. Still good weather. I agree.
It's hit and miss.
Yeah, always. And hello to you, Ron. All right, so that is Lelepa. Very exciting news. Yes, I do think that this is the next step, the next iteration towards year-round cruising. I suspect we might start to get an idea on if that's going to happen later this year. So Royal Caribbean traditionally launch their cruise seasons in sort of every 6 months in sort of 6-month blocks. Roughly 6-month blocks. So we may get an idea on what's going to happen in a sort of October, November with that. So that would be exciting. When Anthem and Voyager arrive.
Yeah, so we're actually on the first Voyager and on the first Anthem back in.
Yeah, so Anthem will be in Sydney
in October.
At the end, so very end of October, and we're on that one.
And then we're on Voyager as well in December.
Yes.
For its first voyage out of Brisbane.
Yep, and then New Year's.
And then we're doing New Year's as well.
Yep. So that'll be exciting. All right, now let's have a look at something else that's a little bit fun. Bear with me a moment. I'm just going to pull these up.
Okay, I have so many questions about this. And I'm keen to hear what you guys think.
So I was thanks to some inspiration today from Rob and Ali from Rob and Amy, sorry, from the Cruise Craze fam. Let's have a look. Let's share this screen over here. Why is it's not showing?
What's your technical?
I broke it. Hang on.
This is why I don't do this stuff. I rely on him because I've got no idea. Okay.
There we go.
All right.
What do you reckon, guys? ChatGPT came up with this today.
And then I asked Matt, I said, is this actually a thing? Like, can you get Lego made with this? And he seems to think you could.
Well, you used to. There used to be a program where you could design your own Lego set, and then you could order the kit years ago. Because I remember I started building my own like A380 set before that actually developed one. So yeah, so there's this one, and then I also did Let me add another one. So that's the jewel set. And then we've also got the cruise formal night set. And how's that? Pretty funky, huh? I think they've come up so cool.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm actually really intrigued, and I said to Matt, oh, I want to look into this because if it is a thing, I want one.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
It would be very, very cool if you could actually get something like this. What do you think? Let us know what you think, guys. Let us know in the comments. Should we look into getting our own Lego figurines?
Sounds ridiculous. But anyway,
Rob mentioned some other big news this week. Out of left field here, but MSC have 2 big ships coming and have just ordered 2 more. Wonder if they will possibly send one of the smaller ships to Australia to test the waters, so to speak.
Who knows?
Rob, those ships look amazing. So the 2 big new ships that have been announced, the details around them this week actually put them at being about 5% bigger than an Icon class ship.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And Rob passed this on to me the other day, but so I was having a look, but it'll be the same. The Maya Ferret, I think I hopefully pronounced that correctly. Probably didn't. Probably slaughtered it. But the Maya Ferret shipyard where the Icon ships are built in Finland. Called? The Maya Ferret or something. I don't. Anyway.
I don't know. He could say anything to me right now, and I'm just going to
agree. But yes, so the same shipyard that has been building the same company that's been doing Icon class ships will be doing these 2 massive MSC ships. They are freaking huge and look very exciting. Stay tuned for that because some MSC news too. There'll be something coming from within the cruise creator community in the a little bit of a future, but they may announce it beforehand. Wendy says she is looking forward to going on Anthem for her first on the first cruise this year, and got 2 next year. Wendy, are you going on the 3-nighter at the end of October?
Oh, please tell us.
Wendy, comment now. Are you going on the 3-nighter at the end of October?
Probably not. We're going to miss you again.
Maybe not. Let's see. Where are we going, Amy? I'm behind. Yes, we're going there. Oh, the Lego stuff. Yes, we're going there.
Why not?
Why not? That would be cool if you could make Lego. It certainly would be.
I know, right, Joe? I'm with you there.
Amy, I want to see your pictures. Get them printed out so you can show them in the live stream or share them on your face. Actually, we'll all just share them on our Facebook in the next couple of days. There you go. Go and check out all our. We love you on YouTube. We really do. We appreciate it. This is where, for many of us in particular, our heart is here on YouTube. We love the community here. But please go and, if you haven't already, give our Facebooks and Instagrams a like and follow as well. Where are we? It looks like Deb's tied to a post. Yeah, she did a little bit. But anyway.
Oh my God, did I miss that?
This one. With your watch on your wrist.
It actually does.
See the watch on the wrist here.
I hadn't seen that at all, Rob.
It's got your watch.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. But
tie me down.
Now, I gave it a photo and there was no drink and no camera in hand. Yes, it's given me the camera, that's fine, but I find it hilarious that ChatGPT has analyzed our videos for transcribing.
Knows that I'll have a drink in hand and he'll have a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
go.
There you go. So anyway, yes. So Sharon says, T-Ladies would love to see more choices during our winter season, year-round cruising from more cruise lines. Bring it on, definitely.
Bring it on.
And look, so I maybe we'll discuss this in a couple of weeks. I know there's a lot of chatter and some people probably stirring this a little bit in terms of itineraries are getting boring and look, you know, I know we kind of see the same old itinerary, but maybe in an upcoming cruise, upcoming live chat, we can have a discussion around, you know, destinations versus the ship being the destination and is it really boring or not? And like, what do we need to do? because the reality is geography plays a part on where the ships can go, right? The ships can only go to so many ports.
That we can't change.
Nope, we can't. Alrighty, where are we at? Somebody says, I hope you don't mind, but I'm, here we go, Crazy with Frankie,
Sorry.
but I'm trying to start up a channel as well. Being part of the group's channel. I'm doing my first cruise in July out of Brisbane. Cruising with Frankie, we certainly will. And drop us a DM, and we'd love to chat. And if we can pop on any advice, we'd love to assist with that.
Yeah, the whole content creators, we call ourselves content creators, not influencers or YouTubers, whatever it is.
Cruise tubers.
We are all here to support everyone in the market. So
yeah,
100% we'll jump on and have a look.
Send us a DM and we'll have a chat. Cruise fam, MSC for Australia. Yes, we know that Rob's definitely flying that flag as well, or Rob and Ali are, I should say. And what have we got? Linda C says, Dylan and I are on Voyager's first cruise too, the 3-nighter. Looking forward to seeing you on that one, Linda.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we met these guys on the last 90s cruise that we were on.
The last 90s cruise that we were on.
Yeah.
So that was the one that's just gone up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys again soon. That's exciting.
Yep. All righty. Well, guys, we have about 10 minutes to go. Drop some questions in. Let's get some questions going. What do you want to know? What questions do you have this week? Because we've got about 10 minutes. Conscious that Sean will be having his live stream over on... No,
he's not live streaming tonight.
He's not?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, see, I missed the memo. I was late getting home.
Yes. So.
Do you mean I've been rushing and we could just go for like hours?
Yeah, no. But no, Sean won't be having his live tonight.
Okay. Question.
Personal things going on.
I have a question then. Cruise. I want everyone to comment on this. I want your opinion. Cruise ship models. There's some controversy this week over cruise ship models.
Yeah,
have you seen this?
I did see the one about Encounter.
Yes. So Carnival have been a bit cheap. Sorry, Amy, I'm going to knock Carnival again. I know you love Carnival, but they've been cheap. So the Carnival Encounter models have now arrived on board, and they're like ridiculously old. It looks apparent from everything I'm seeing on Facebook, and not just the comments, but the photo, the photos I've seen. They look like they've been hand painted, but they don't have the fit out. So like the water slides and things like that.
Yeah, they look like they were from 20 years ago cruising.
Yeah,
it takes me back to like Pacific Sky and things like that.
They look really tacky. So my question to you is, when you're going onto a cruise ship, and I understand that ships go through renovations and they change, and so the water slides got added to these ships. They were princess ships beforehand. Do you think they should have had the models with the water slides on them?
But don't the ones that we have
the water slides on?
Water slides?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, okay. So I don't quite know what's going on with that one.
I think it's just
why
crap.
They've changed them.
Yeah, and see, Amy was saying when I raised this with her, that the Splendor models don't have them either.
Very interesting.
I mean, this is why I'm just going to stick. I love Royal Caribbean so much. I mean, you get on there and they've even got the arm for the North Star. Like, these guys.
Royal lover right here.
Carnival can't even put their freaking water slides on their bloody models and make them accurate. Thank you for that lovely comment.
That's really, really sweet. Thank you. Even with me carrying on and spluttering and coughing here, thank you.
You're starting to give it to
that.
Me. But Pacific Adventure ones didn't have the slides too either, though. I thought they did. I'm pretty accurate because.
Do we have Adventure?
Yeah, upstairs somewhere.
We do? Okay. I'll have to have a look at that one.
Yeah.
not really sure.
Yeah, we'll let you know next week in the live if who's right or wrong with that, because I'm pretty sure I was anal about making sure they were accurate.
Sounds like you. Go back up. I think we've missed a bunch.
No, haven't.
No, there was this one, Patrick.
Have you tried these eSIMs on a cruise ship? No, Patrick, I haven't tried the Gig Sky eSIM yet. I was hoping to, but with all the chaos back in April, March and April, and cyclones and condensed itineraries and getting ill and everything, didn't get around to it. I'm going to actually trial it. We've got a 3-night cruise at the end of August, a 3-night weekend cruise. So I'm going to give Gig Sky a go on that cruise, and I'll let you know how it goes. And yeah, so probably early September we'll do a review on that. And I'll just jump here quickly. Dasso asks, did Carnival cancel those cruises for dry dock? Yes, that's another bit of news. There was an email correspondence sent out from Royal Caribbean this week announcing that they were removing some cruises from the itinerary in I think it was May and June 2027. I wonder. They haven't announced why they've done it. Just that it's itinerary changes. I actually wonder, given the time of year that they're doing the cancellation, whether they're going to potentially do something like the Around Australia cruise that P&O that used to be very popular in the Australian itinerary.
Yeah,
you know, where you do the 28 days around Australia from Brisbane or from Sydney. I guess we will know soon, but yeah, don't know yet. But yeah, Guy's Burgers, I think that's definitely coming, mate.
God, you missed a bunch. So many questions. Go back up.
No, just trying to get through. Rob's, yeah, look, I'm judgy sometimes. I like my models to be accurate.
Hey, come on, Rob. You're so judgy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Linda agrees about the cruise ship models. They should be accurate. Yep. Good to know. At least somebody's on my side. G'day, Brian from Tassie. We are winding down, but don't forget to go back and watch the rest of the live stream. You can scrub back to the beginning and watch that. It's all there for you. There you go. Amy's just checked. She's looked behind her.
Oh my God. Can you just see this? Like, I told you so. I told you so. Welcome to my world. Like, if I get anything wrong, look, it's like he's just winning. He's winning.
I don't get a lot of wins with Amy because all the social media stuff like the Facebook and the Instagram, I have to go to her for everything. So she's got it over me almost every day. I don't. So, you know, just.
This is not just about Amy. This is just you in general. He's just like, he takes his wins when he can.
Yeah, because I don't get a lot of them, right? All right. So Katrina says, I've become a model collector. I think that the model should be as up to date as possible. It sounds like it's Carnival being cheap. I'm a loyal Royal Caribbean traveler. Yes.
Yeah. We do love our Royal Tina.
Yeah, we do. Look, but at the end of the day, I will take a cruise no matter what. So, Brian asked, does the Adventure have updated livery on the ships? Yeah, so the pictures I've seen this week and in a number of the Facebook groups, they've got the updated livery put on there now, but they're missing some of that top fit out like the water slides. Yes, so.
All right, I just need to respond to Rob. Harsh or true, Rob?
What?
He's like, harsh, Deb. And I'm like, harsh or true? We have cruised with you guys a lot, and we do love you.
I think you've just been harsh. Did we see about Ovation being in LA, booking up fast? Don't know what you guys, but missed the ship. Yeah, look, love Ovation. Yes, I suspected that this would probably happen. And Rowan, what I would say to everyone, or what I'd say to you, what I'd say to everyone is, having been watching the scenario or this situation play out for Royal Caribbean, the introduction of Ovation of the Seas and Quantum, back onto the West Coast and into LA, it's all a lead into what happens with Icon 3. So Icon 3, so you got Star of the Seas launching this year, and then I think Icon 3's next year. Sorry, so I've lost track, I think, because Icon 3's Legend. Icon 4 will be the West Coast Icon ship.
All right, I don't know this stuff.
Yeah, so
I rely on him for this.
I am pretty much convinced that sort of, we've got this summer season in the US underway now. Next summer season, you'll have Legend of the Seas, which will do its Euro start, and then it'll be doing the West Coast. So you'll have it probably doing the transatlantic crossing, doing the Med, doing the Caribbean, and that's how it will be operating. And then you will have Icon 4. This is my guess. Will be LA and China.
Okay, go with that.
So
I've got no way.
check back in 2020, late 2027, or early 2027 when the itineraries come out for 28, and let's see if Icon 4 is doing LA and Hong Kong, because I think that's what will be happening.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to.
You got to take sympathy from Amy for
thanks, Amy,
dealing with me.
Yeah, you know what I'm dealing with here. So let's just leave it at that.
Yep.
All right, guys. So what I do want to wrap up tonight with is I want you to all stay tuned. We have a big announcement coming up with
lots of our friends,
contenters, cruise content creators. That's the wording.
Mm-hmm.
Get that out. So stay tuned. We're going to come to you guys soon and create a live with a bunch of people.
Yeah, we'll do something in the near future, but just for now, stay tuned. Some things are being worked on. We're going to have something very exciting for all of you to share in, and we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that for tonight.
Yeah.
But no, some exciting stuff coming ahead.
Very hard to keep a secret. And
We're keeping it.
And Amy is like bouncing off walls doing this. So yes, anyway.
No, some great stuff coming ahead. But for now, that's just a bit of a recap of what we've been doing over the last few weeks.
Live streams are back. We'll do them again weekly just for a little while until we figure out what we want this cadence to be. Now that we're out of the 10 and 10. So we will be back next week. And we've also got the Ovation series launching this week.
Yes.
Which goes to Hobart and Adelaide and has all sorts of dramas. Not Adelaide, Eden has all sorts of dramas.
Lots of dramas.
Stay tuned for that. There will be our normal live next week. There will be potentially another live outside of that in the very near future.
Dramas as in, I thought I could potentially lose Matt.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned.
That's what it was.
Stay tuned. Guys, we really, really appreciate you joining. In the comments section now, I am going to put this link to Amy's live stream on Saturday night. That will also be Friday night. Sorry. That will also be in the main comments section shortly. Please make sure you support your the other cruise tubers and cruise content creators here in Australia. There is a big group of us that are working collectively, positively. We bring you the truth. We do it with integrity. If we don't like something, you're going to get it from us. We're very genuine with that. You'll see all the joys, but you'll also see the frustrations.
Yeah, and just to comment, like none of us are actually paid for our content that are part of this group. So this is all our real comments,
our real passions,
experiences, and we love it.
So with that, thank you very much, everyone. We will see you next week. And don't forget, stay tuned. Make sure that notification bell is clicked and you'll see the videos when they drop in the next few days. Good night.
Good night.